ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ చైర్మన్. నేను ఈరోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్ చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ని పరీక్షించుకునే కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
So this is the nerve cell. Yeah, did you observe this is the nerve cell? Yes. So this nerve cell is the important question in this chapter. This can be asked simply as for the diagram, or you full description of this nerve cell can ask. So you should be ready for this nerve cell. This is so simple diagram, okay? No need to put much effort on this, okay? So let's discuss this nerve cell. So what is a nerve cell actually? The nerve cell is also called the neuron. Nerve cell also called neuron. So what's the other name for the nerve cell here is the neuron. So the basic unit of nervous system is the neuron. So basic unit of nervous system is the nerve cell or neuron. So what is the function of this neuron? So like it transmits the information from one neuron to the another neuron so that any response is happening. So this is because of the neuron. So all neurons together form the nerve here. Nerves form the nervous system here. So what are the different parts?
Hello students, myself is Sanjay Kumar Singh and I did my BE from Birla Institute of Technology, Misra, and I am having 18 years experience of teaching. Now I am associated with KVC classes. Now here the advantage which you people are going to get, that there is a technical pool of faculty, mostly from IITs. So this is one of the biggest enabler for achieving your success. The second best thing is that doubt classes and all, they are conducted in the presence of faculties. So third is that your entire curriculum, timing of teachings, all is being monitored by ITNs and NITNs. So come here and join us. Thanks.
Parts of the nerve cell or the neuron, let's see. So there are two parts, the cell body and the axon. What are the two parts here? This is the cell body. There are two parts. First one is the cell body. First one is the cell body, and this thing, this whole thing is called the axon. So there are two parts. Okay, can you see this part? So the cell body is the first one, second one is the axon. So what are the two parts? First one, cell body, and the next one is their long axon. So the cell body, what does it consist of? The cell body, this is one. The cell body consists of here the nucleus along with the nucleolus. What does the cell body consist of here? The nucleus and the nucleolus. The cell body is the one which plays a major role here. It receives the signals here and will do the process of this information here. So the cell body also called here the perikaryon or the cyton, perikaryon or cyton. So the cell body, what are the other names of the cell body here? Perikaryon or the cyton. So what cell body consists of? The cell body consists of here large nucleus. This nucleus also in turn consists of the nucleolus. ఏముంటాయి నాన్న, టూ పార్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి, proximal one, terminal one. The proximal one is the cell body. The cell body లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఏముంటాయి అని అంటే న్యూక్లియస్ ఉంటుంది. This is the nucleus. Can you see this, the nucleus? Inside this nucleus also consists of some structures called the nucleolus ఉంటుంది. Not only this, the cell body also consists of some granules. So these are like granule structure, like మనకి చిన్న చిన్న జెమ్స్ తింటాం అది వరకు like granule structures ఉంటాయి. So those granules are Nicel's granules. So what are they? They are simply made up of ribosomes and RNA. They made up of RNA and ribosomes. Nothing but protein function. So the cell body also consists of some branches. They end with branches. So long branches. Can you see the long terminal ones? Long branches. Those are the dendrites. The cell body also consists of long branch dendrites. So dendrites are the long branched one, branches ga untayi. They are like wire like structures, wire laga untayi. They are like wire like structures or hair like structure we can say. So what is this use of the dendrite here means they receive the signals. They will receive the signal from other neuron. What is the dendrite function here? Receives the signals or the information, receives the information here. So this is about the cell body. The cell body is connected to long axon. So unlike the dendrite ఎలా ఉంది, branches గా ఉంది. Axon ఎలా ఉంది, this is unbranched. ఒకే బ్రాంచ్ ఉంది చూడండి, this is unbranched, the long axon. Here for me no space, they have only drawn the distance is very small here, the length is small because of no space. This axon will be somewhat long here. So this axon, what does it consist of? This axon is covered by some sheath. The sheath is called the myelin sheath. Can you see the myelin sheath? So axon is covered by myelin sheath. So axon ఎలా కవర్ అవుతుందన్నా అంటే myelin sheath తోని కవర్ అవుతుంది. సో కొన్ని ప్లేసెస్లో కవర్ కావు. See here, so I left one some place. This places is called the unprotected one or gap one. This not covered one, that space is called, we call with rods of Ranvier. Rods of Ranvier. Okay, so this what is we call it here, the rods of రానియర్. ఓకే, అర్థమవుతుందన్న. కొన్ని ప్లేసెస్లో మనకి కవర్ అవి ఉండవు. సో వీ కాల్ ఇట్ as the rods of రానియర్. So the next one, this axon ends with some branch structures. Those are called the axon terminals. ఏమని అంటాం? Axon terminals అని అంటాము. ఓకే, so the axon terminals ends with synaptic knob. ఒక knob like structures ఉంటాయి. So those are called the synaptic knob. So what is the function of the neuron actually is the synapses. Synapses. What is the synapses here? The site. So the site where this neurotransmission is carried. So ఈ axon terminal లో ఏమవుతుందంటే, so one axon terminal it merges with the another axon terminal or the dendroid. So rendu, see here, the two neurons will exchange the information. See here, so this is one neuron, this is a cell body, this is a long axon, it is terminated with the axon. So this axon merges, gives signals with, and it can be with another dendroid also, like it may be with another dendroid, means another neuron comes here, it may be another dendroid here. So this signal is passing from here one axon terminal to the another neuron end. The end, this is the one end, this is the another beginning one. It can be like this, or it can be from end to end. It may be another dendroid, another axon also, axon to axon also. So what happens here, there is some site where they exchange here. So see here, so this is the receptor one. Receptor means which will receive the signals. This is the transmitter, transmits the signals, or it is neuron and neurotransmitters. So this had the signals, so the receiver will receive that signals inside. So the site, so what is the synapses here? This is a synapses where they exchange these signals, where they collect or they receive the signals. So this is the place, it's called the synapses. ఓకే, అండర్స్టాండ్. సో ఆ ఒక న్యూరాన్ ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఎక్కడో ఉన్న సిగ్నల్ ఎక్కడికో పాస్ అవుతుంది కదా, సో దాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్. ఒకదానికి దే షుడ్ హ్యావ్ ది కనెక్షన్. సో మనకి కనెక్షన్ ఉండాలి కదా నాన్న. సో ఒకటే కాదు, వన్ న్యూరాన్కి ఇంకొక న్యూరాన్కి సిగ్నల్ అనేది పాస్ కావాలి by means of axon terminal or the dendroids. ఒకదానికి కనెక్షన్ ఇచ్చుకుంటూ ఫైనలీ చూడండి మనకి from sensory organs to CNS they are reaching, and from CNS to all organs like motor organs, like they are receiving, when the response is giving, okay, response they are giving here. So all this is happening by means of the neurons only. See, ఒకటే ఉంటాను అని కాదు, they have to work together. That's called the coordination. So who will transmit all these things? Definitely the neuron will transmit. Dendroids ఉంటాయి, they will carry that information. Even the axon terminal will have these synaptic nerves, so that they'll have the connection between from one neuron to the another neuron, so that this is how the information is carried. So these are the two parts, cell body and the axon. The cell body consists of the nucleus and the nasal granules here, and ends with the dendroid. This cell body also consists of a long axon here. The axon consists of the myelinated sheath. What is the importance of this myelinated sheath here? It's like a coverage one, protecting one, means not any loss of electrical impulse. And by the way, impulse is nothing but the response to the stimulus is also called the impulse ani annam, reflex action anna, impulse anna kuda ide. There are many words to describe this is called impulse or the thing. Next, so enduku myelinated sheath ante protective ki. So the neuron with myelin sheath is called myelinated one. So neuron with not myelinated sheath is called unmyelinated one. Okay. So that's a long axon. This axon turns with the axon terminals untai. They left with the synaptic knob. So this is the place where the neurotransmission is carried. This is about the nerve cell. You should be ready for even 2 mark, even for the 4 mark. Very important question. Never miss this question if they ask you in the question paper. See, not only this, the choice of selecting the question is also important. If you select the diagrammatic one, simply you just get the diagram, means simply you can get the, and I mean marks very easily, because the person who corrects the question, all your descriptive one, your answer sheets na, they means if you draw attractively, their eyes will get into this diagrammatic ones, you will get the good score. It should be like eye catching one. Okay, so this is the nerve cell.